If you're an online coach or service provider, I truly want to stress the importance of this one thing that so many people underestimate. And in 2024, this can either make or break your business. So let's not waste any time. Let's dive straight into it. And so, like I said, ignoring this one thing is literally costing you millions of dollars, and that's not an understatement. Okay? And so, this one thing is attention. More specifically, how to get it and own it. And so if you take a look at this picture that I made, you'll see that these are some of the largest companies in this world. Each company in this picture is in the top 10 largest companies by market cap. Okay. And so at the top level, you'll see that we have Microsoft and Apple. And a level under that, we have Google. And a level under that, we have Meta. Do you see the pattern that's happening in this picture? If not, the pattern that's happening is that the more users that each company has and the more control they have over each user's attention, the more money they make. Okay. And you'll see at the lowest level, we have influencers and communities. These are people like me and you. Okay. And so Microsoft and Apple, they created the hardware and the operating system that we use. Google hosts their products on Apple and Microsoft devices. Meta hosts their products on Google search engine. And influencers and communities, we post content on Meta platforms. And obviously other platforms like TikTok, but in this example, we're using Meta. And so as you can see, whoever has the most attention also has the most money. And if you're purely relying on direct response, you're doing it all wrong. Okay? And the thing with direct response marketing is that it grows linearly. Okay? You put a specific amount in, you get a specific amount out. So for example, let's say cold reach outs. Let's say you do, 25 outreach messages. For each 25 messages you send, you get one person to respond. Let's take even paid ads as an example. Every $25 you put in, you get one person to opt in. Okay? It doesn't compound. While the thing with content is that the result compounds onto itself. Okay? And the thing with content is that not only is the size of your audience compounding, but so is their trust if you're doing it the right way. Okay? And so in the beginning, when you're first creating content, your growth is going to look something like this. Okay? But when things start to take off, it's just gonna go, straight line up all at once. And so Alex Hormozy said that every business must at least have one compounding flywheel or system in it. Okay? And with content, not only does the size of your audience compound, but like I said, so does their trust and goodwill. So you need to start getting attention and owning it. But how do you get attention and own it? Well, to get attention, you post content. To own attention, you get the data of your audience and you put them into your ecosystem or community. And so how most people do it is they post content, they drive the traffic from their content to a lead magnet, and then from a lead magnet to book a call. Okay, and that's not bad, but it could be more efficient. So in this example, if you take a look at this picture, you'll see that the piece of content got 100 views. Okay, and then if you put a call to action at the end of that content, let's say 1-2% of people take you up on the call to action, which is pretty standard. That means that 20 people are going to go straight from your content over to your lead magnet. Okay. And let's say, at the end of that lead magnet, you have a call to action to get them to book a call, or you're trying to get them to book the call in the DMs. 25% of 20 people, that's going to be, 5 people. That's not bad, but it could be better. The best way to do it is to post content, drive them to a community, give them a lead magnet, and then get them to book a call. And so the way you do this is that you create a really good lead magnet and you tell them the only way they can access this lead magnet is by joining your group. And then once they join a group, you send over the lead magnet and you try to book them on a call. And so in this example, we have 100 people that view your content. And then, 1 to 2% of people take you up on a call to action. They join your community. And if these people are qualified, even if they don't want to book a call right now, if you actually provide really good value in the community, they're almost always going to book a call. Okay, especially with the tactics that I'm going to teach you today in this video, you're going to have a very high percentage of people booking calls in your groups, especially if you're posting quality content. Okay, value that other people would pay for and they get free in your group. Okay, and so when it comes to owning having a community, I mean it's almost a no-brainer. People feel exclusive when they're in your community. You're building goodwill. You're always top of mind. Honeypot posts, which I'm going to teach you, which is the way we basically get people to book calls. Nobody else can market in your group if you have moderators. You're collecting data. You're getting the email of the people that join your group. It's free. Or if you want to start a low ticket community, you can have build an income off of that, and you're driving traffic to your content. So every time you post a YouTube video, you can post a link in the group, and you always have an influx of people that are going straight to your YouTube videos. Okay, so you can literally leverage communities in such a powerful way that not a lot of people know how to properly use them, but it's such a powerful tool. And so I'm about to provide you with a high level roadmap to growing your personal brand and community. So, what do you need to do to grow your personal brand? Well, it's simple. You just post content. Okay? Well, it sounds simple, and it really is. First, you want to get clear on who your ideal customer profile is because you want your audience to be filled with them. Okay? You don't want your audience to be filled with, people who can't buy what you're selling. Okay? So, you get really clear on who you want to buy your thing so you can tailor your messaging of your content specifically for them. Then you want to create content that they will find valuable. Okay, and I can't teach you, what's going to seem valuable to your audience because you should know more than me about what's valuable to your audience or to your ideal customer profile. But at the same time, you don't want to be boring. Okay, and this is so huge. This is why people, they're like, oh, I'm providing value in my videos. Yeah, you're providing value in your videos, but your video's fucking boring. So nobody's watching it to the end. Therefore, your video's not getting pushed out. Therefore, nobody's watching, anything that you post. Therefore, you're not growing, you know? Because if you're boring, like I said, boring content leads to a lower retention rate, leads to video won't get pushed out, leads to brands won't grow. So you have to find the balance. And so how do you not be boring? Okay? Well, the way you stop yourself from being boring is you're going to follow this framework, the hook, value, and reward framework. And so what is a hook? Well, the hook is what you say in the first 1 to 3 seconds of the video to get the viewer to stop scrolling and watch your video. And so how do you hook? Well, you first need to understand that the hook is made up of two parts. Okay? The first part is the stop to scroll hook. This is what you say 1 to 3 seconds in the video and you're interrupting their scrolling. Okay? The second part of the hook is the fall in line hook. You're giving them a reason to watch, and this is 3 to 6 seconds into the video. And then, here's some examples. For example, the first one, 7 ways I invested $1,000 in my 20s that paid off big, and how you can do the same. Okay, so the blue part is the stop the scroll hook. The red part is the fall in line hook. 5 ways Johnny Depp outsmarted Amber Heard in the trial, and how you can do the same. 3 biggest mistakes I made on the road to becoming a millionaire, and how to make sure you don't do the same. Okay, so we're getting them to stop scrolling, and we're giving them a reason to watch. Okay, and so, really to find what's working, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Okay, simply go on TikTok, look at the best performing videos from people in your market, use their hook, and add your own twist if you like to. It's literally as simple as that. And so, how do you provide value? Well, when providing value, you want to try to format it in at least one of these 3 formats: a list, story, or step. Okay? For example, list top 3 ways to do X, top 3 ways to make $1 million, top 3 ways to get a 6 pack, top 3 ways to, top 5 ways to do this, top 10 ways, You're formatting it in a way that's easier to retain the viewer's attention because they're curious on what's going to come next, what's the next, thing, what's the next item in the list, essentially. And then you have a story. So, for example, I tried to do X and this was the outcome. I tried to make $1 million in 30 days and this is what happened. And steps. Here are the 3 steps to doing X. Here are the 3 steps to making $1 million. Here are the 3 steps to getting a 6 pack. All 3 of these formats, they're designed to build curiosity. Because if the person is curious on what's going to happen next, then they're going to keep watching the video. And we need to get them to watch till the end. Okay? And also when you're making your video, you do not want to make it any longer than you want to make it long enough for you to say what's needed to be said. Okay? Do not make it any longer than that. Because if you make it any longer and if you add filler words and you go off track, nobody's gonna watch to the end. People have so short attention spans that you need to get straight to the point and end it there. Okay. And so how do you reward a viewer? Well, this is very simple. You want to reward a viewer for watching your video. Okay. And the best way to do that is to actually give them what you promised them. So you want to hold up your end of the promise, and basically you're promising them something when you hook them in. Okay. So when you say 5 best ways to make money, you want to give them the 5 best ways to make money. When you say the time I lost everything and earned it all back, you want to tell them about the time you lost everything and earned it all back. You don't want to tell them some bullshit fucking story because then they're going to feel like you lied to them. They're not going to come back to your video. And, if you say make $1 million in 5 simple steps, give them 5 simple steps to make $1 million. And that's how you create content. Okay, that's a very simplified version of how to create content, but this is literally the fundamentals. People tend to analyze analysis paralysis, but in reality, it's all about creating entertaining content at the same time providing value. And really, this is the fundamentals to doing that. And the hook, value, and reward, that framework, that's one content unit. Okay. Short form content is a video that's composed of one content unit. So one hook, value, and reward. That's one content unit, and a short form content video is one of those. A long form content video is a video that's composed of multiple content units. Okay. So should you be posting, a common question is, should you be posting short form or long form content? Well, you want to be posting both of them. And here's how you should structure it. The thing with short form content is that the reach on it is insane, especially if you're posting across all platforms. You have a much higher chance of getting 1 million people to see you on a short form video that's posted on TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts, opposed to just one YouTube long form video. Okay, so you want to structure your short form video as the mechanism that people discover you. Then you want to be posting long form videos as the mechanism to get people, the mechanism that you educate people and get them to build trust and goodwill with them. Okay. So think of short form content as the top of funnel and long form content as, middle to bottom of funnel. And so we talked about how to get attention, through content. Now let's talk about how to own it, which is a community. First, you have to choose where you want to host this community. And so the three main platforms is Facebook groups, School, and Discord. And in my honest opinion, I'd personally go with School. I have such a bull case when it comes with School. I think it's just gonna keep getting bigger and bigger. And as of now, get in before too many people start using it, and you get a competitive advantage of getting in early. But if you prefer Facebook groups, or you think your demographic might like Facebook groups over School or Discord, then or vice versa, then go with what you think is the best. But now we have to incentivize people to actually join our group. We have to drive traffic to it. And so to do this, simply create the best lead magnet ever. Literally give everything away and only give it to them once they join the group. Now, we have to collect the emails of people who join our group. To do this, we will get them to fill out our membership questions where they input their email. And so these are the three membership questions you want to use. This is the framework you want to follow. Okay. The first question, you want to qualify the person joining your group. So this group is for niche plus dream outcome. Are you, dream prospect? Yes or no? So for example, this group is for online coaches looking to scale past 10K per month. Are you an online coach looking to scale past 10K per month? Yes or no? Then the second question is designed to get their email. So what's your best email address to receive lead magnet, the lead magnet that you're going to give away? And then you'll put note, your email address will be used to set up promotional material. We think you'll love it. That's like a regulation that you have to have in place. So for example, what's your best email address to receive, the 3-step AI content scaling protocol document? And then, they put their email in, and then you send it over to them. And then the third one is permission to message. Say, we specialize in helping niche plus dream outcome. So for example, we specialize in helping coaches looking to scale 10K per month. Would you like us to private message you the details explaining you how? Okay. And this third message, if they say yes, go in their DMs and try to book a call with them. And a common question that I get is, should you still accept the person even if they answer no to all the questions? And the answer to that is yes. Because like I said, your group is designed to nurture people, and even if they aren't comfortable with, hopping on a call or, indulging in any of your marketing efforts as of now, nurture them to the point where they feel comfortable with you to actually, hop on a call with you and, eventually buy your product or service. And so now we have to provide value in our group. And this is the hardest part, okay? Because this decides if we're going to build more trust with our people, or if we're going to get people to book calls with us, or if this group is going to be a good thing or a bad thing for us, okay? Because we don't want to ruin our reputation with this group. We want to actually provide value. And so basically the content schedule that you want to stick with is, posting 2 to 3 posts per week, okay? This is typically how you should structure it. So you want to have a weekly value post, and this is where you essentially help audience overcome objections. You want to handle objections with people before they even hop on the call with you, and you can do that with content. And so for example, you can do this with a tweet styled post, a valuable video, or even a short paragraph about something you're dealing with. And then you can have a weekly question post, stir up engagement, and then a live stream, or you can have like a weekly call. So for example, like a mindset call or weekly sales call training, or a weekly Q&A. Those are great. And then you can record that call and post it into like a recorded call section. And it's literally as simple as this. Typically with groups, you want to have more quality over quantity of content, because if you're just spamming people with low quality content, then they're going to leave the group. So you want to make sure that you're posting, everything that you post is quality, okay? Because you don't want people churning. Okay, now we have to make money from our group. The main way we'll be doing this will be from appointment setting. So starting conversations to book them on a sales call. And ideally you want to have an appointment setter, but if you have to do it by yourself, you got to do what you got to do. But so when do we actually start conversation with them? So the first point in which we can start a conversation with them is that when they actually give us permission to message them in the membership question. So I don't know earlier if you remember, but the third question was basically seeing if they're going to give us permission to message them. And so if they say yes, you want to go ahead, waste no time, and message them as quick as possible. Okay? And the second time when you can actually message them is a honeypot post, because the reason why we have these two things here is you don't want to be messaging them randomly. Okay, it's all about intent. You want to make sure that they actually have an intent to actually go to conversation and have a conversation with you, and eventually book a call, and eventually buy your product or service. Okay, and so the second time is a honeypot post. And so you're probably wondering, what is a honeypot post? Well, you basically create a truly valuable piece of content or an asset around how to solve X problem. And then you want to ask members of the group if they want to see this asset that you just created. So you're basically creating a lead magnet. And so whoever wants to see it will have to comment, and this will make more people want to comment. Okay? And I'll show you what I mean by this in just a moment. But you basically start a conversation with everyone who commented, and you send them over the asset. And then you build a relationship and then convert them on a call. So there's two types of honeypot posts. Okay, and ideally you want to post these every other week, because you do not want to be burning the goodwill of your audience. So the two types of honeypot posts is direct and indirect. Okay, so the direct one has a clear call to action to work with us, and it's just straight to booking a call. It's straight to the point. Okay, and whenever you do a direct honeypot post, there's typically going to be fewer comments, but these comments are higher quality and higher intent prospects. Okay, and then you have indirect. Okay, this is where people comment to receive a free lead magnet. Okay, you basically starting a convo with them. And so there's going to be more comments, but these actual prospects are lower quality and lower intent prospects, because they're commenting to just receive a lead magnet, not to actually work with you. Okay, and you want to post one of each every month. And so this is an example of an indirect honeypot post. So just created a 2-hour training in a 170-page doc on how one model helped me scale from 30K to 100K, 30K a month to 100K per week. Do you want free access to it? Like and comment to day 5 to get access to the material. So everyone who comments day 5, you just send them over the material, and then from there you start a conversation with them. Like I said, for indirect, there's gonna be more comments but lower intent prospects. While with direct, it's going to be something like, we're looking to take on 5 new partners for our AI Scaling Specialist program. Comment to AI and I'll shoot you the details. This one will have fewer comments but higher intent prospects. Okay? And so like I said, you just message them and book them on a call. And so doing 2 of these per month is a good cadence, because you do not want to burn your audience out. Be careful, if you do too many, then you'll lose the goodwill with your audience. And this is why Alex Hormozi is so huge, because he rarely ever asks anything from his audience. Okay? And so he has so much goodwill built up with his audience. And even when he does ask something from his audience, typically what he's asking them to buy is so good that it builds even more goodwill with them. Okay? And so you want to think of it like a plane on a runway. The less you ask from your audience, the longer the runway gets, and the more the plane will be able to fly. Okay? And so you want to look at your client acquisition machine and see if anything in this video can be implemented. Trust me, it makes a world's difference. Having an ocean of people who trust you and want to buy your stuff, it changes everything. It literally changed my life and can change your life. Okay? And so it's one of the strategies we're using to scale our clients' offers. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe if you got any value. My name is Marco, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.